them all do it down. Lovely. Good. On your homework, you were supposed to bring your dog's food and food bowl. We are going to do a series of exercises with their food and their bowl. Before we start this, I need to know if your dog has any issues around the food bowl. An issue meaning they do not like dogs or people around them while they eat. If that is your dog, please let us know so that we can modify this exercise for you. Food is a primary resource. It is needed for survival. Whoever controls the food bowl becomes much more important in life. If you have them work for their meal, it's a great, easy way to build a relationship with your dog and to build some leadership with your dog. If there is a constant buffet of food, what do they need you for, right? We need them to need us so that they're going to be more likely to listen when we ask them to. Our first exercise, you're going to put a little handful of kibble in your bowl. You're going to tell your dog to sit. When they sit, good dog, here's a piece of kibble from my hand from the bowl. Then you are going to tell them off of the bowl. Not stay, not wait, off. Because we want to expand off to include a new item, like the food bowl. Great opportunity, right? So you're going to tell them off. You're going to go to lower the bowl. If they go for it, it comes back up. When they back away, good dog, and you try again. If they go for it, it comes back up. So you might be doing one of these. And as long as they're away from it, it can hit the floor, and then you'll give them permission and tell them to take it. So we're going to show you what it looks like. Who are we going to borrow, Jane?
Mr. Louie.
Louie. So he's got to sit first.
Good boy.
We ignore the jumping. When he sits,
Nice.
good. And we reward. Now she's going to tell him off.
Off.
After we ignore the jumping, there we go. The food bowl goes down. If he goes for it, it comes back up.
Off. Good boy.
He does not have to remain in a sit. He just has to not charge for the bowl.
Nice.
Okay? So we're asking them to wait patiently. Now, you only need to do this exercise one time. And for those of us that have kids with us today, these next 3 exercises are going to be grown-ups only. Let's give it a try.
He's pretty good. She's good.
Okay, exercise number 2. Guys ready? You are going to have an empty bowl. You're going to put it on the floor. You're going to take a little handful of kibble, drop it into the bowl, and tell them to take it. Go ahead and let them start eating. Once they've started eating, you are going to pet them 1 time from head to tail. How many times are you going to pet them? Once. Be really careful because it's really hard to not only just do it once, okay? And this one is also grown-ups only. All right, go ahead, let's do it. Very nice. We are going to do one more exercise. In one hand, you're going to have a super tasty yummy goodie ready to go. The other hand, some kibble in the bowl. You are going to put the bowl on the floor and tell them to take it. Go ahead and let them start eating. After they've started eating, you are going to tell them off. I do not expect them to pull their head out of the bowl. If they do, awesome. If they don't, that's okay. Either way, you pick up the bowl, you add the treat, and immediately give it back. And I will tell you why we're doing all this in just a minute. Jane's going to demo. Riku, she's ready. All right, little handful of kibble. Jane, where's that super tasty yummy goodie? Let's get. Go ahead. Off, we pick it up, add the treat, give it right back. She's like, heck yeah. Our last food bowl exercise. So you can go ahead, if this is your puppy's dinner, if you want to give them the rest of their dinner, you can go ahead and do so. And then we're going to talk about what we did. After you've done this once, you can have a seat. So the first exercise we did, we had them sit for their meal. Food is a primary resource. It is needed for survival. Controlling that food bowl helps get them working for you. At home, they should be doing more than just a sit. Here, they get away with just a sit because they never have dinner here. But for breakfast tomorrow morning, maybe it's sit down, sit down, sit. They get breakfast. Dinner tomorrow night might be down and roll over, and here you go. The next meal might be something else, and the next one is something else. So it mixes it up so it's not always just the same thing. It's a great, easy way to brush up on a little bit of obedience, and it's a great way to help build a relationship with your dog. So let them eat in peace, okay? The last exercise, we told them off of the bowl, we picked it up, we added a treat, and we gave it back. We took something away, we made it better, and we gave it back. When was the last time you told your dog off, took something away, made it better, and gave it back? Probably not often. It's give and take, okay? So telling your dog off of something, don't be afraid to trade. Make it worth their while. We want them to willingly give things up to us, okay? Now, that being said, it is absolutely natural to guard things that are of value. We guard things, right? We lock our cars when we leave. We lock our house when we leave the house. We're guarding something that's important to us. So your dogs do the same thing, okay? Guarding behaviors can pop up any time during your dog's life. It often pops up during adolescence, but it can happen any time over anything. It might happen over a piece of mulch or a dryer sheet. It might happen over a Kong or a bully stick. All right, guys. Last week, we introduced your reliable recall, that panic word. If your dog were to get out of the house and go running down the street, what would you yell? What's your word? Here, now, home, front, danger. This week, we're going to work on expanding it. So step 2 for this is the exact same thing without the T's. So we're going to hold your dog, you're going to grab your toy and the hot dog, and you're just going to walk away. You're going to say your dog's name, word. When they come flying over, you drop the toy, grab the collar, and you start your party. We're going to practice one at a time. If we are not practicing with you and your dog, I want your dog's nose turned toward you. You can practice sit down or stand, or name means look at me. All right? Okay, here we come. So, when you are practicing this exercise, I want you to do step 1 in every room of the house. The tease, 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 turn and run. Then I want you to do step 2 in every room of the house. Just take your goodies and walk away, okay? When you go outside, even if it's a fenced-in yard, I want them on leash. I want you to go back to step 1 when you go outside. Because being outside, it's a whole different ballgame. There's so many other distractions out there. And we want to teach them this word means the best stuff ever, okay? I hope that you never, ever need it. But if you need it, it's there for you. So it can be a lifesaver. Hopefully you never, ever need it, but just in case, it's nice to have, okay? We are going to talk about phasing out food. Phasing out food. Getting rid of some of these cookies so that you don't have to carry around treats for the rest of your dog's life to get them to listen. Back at the beginning of the session, we talked about the importance of your praise. Your praise marks the behavior that you want. When they do something right, you tell them good. Good boy, good girl, yes, whatever your praise word is. Then, if you're rewarding, you can reward with a treat. But you always, always, always praise. Your praise is so, so, so important, okay? Your praise means, yes, you're doing the right thing. You might get a cookie. You might not. Phasing out food only applies to things that your dog knows well and in familiar environments. So they all know sit, they all know down. I think they know stand. You've been practicing here, you've been practicing at home. So that's the places that you can work on phasing out food. So we're going to do a little exercise in a moment. For an empty hand, no cookie in your hand, it's going to be hand signal and voice, sit. If your dog sits the very first time, good dog, this hand comes out and gives a reward. So no cookie in the hand, sit, good dog, here you go. If your dog says, I don't know, I'm distracted, or maybe I don't want to, before you ask a second time, you can show the cookie, put it away, and then it's sit. If they sit, good dog, here you go. If your dog goes, no way, no how, it's not going to happen, I don't want to sit. Okay, go ahead and pull out that cookie. Look at what I have, Rover, sit. Your dog says, woohoo, you've got a treat, I will sit for you. Good dog, too bad, so sad, cookie goes away. You should have done it the first time. Okay. After you've done a sit, try it down. Might be a little harder. Nice, Rip. Use your hand signal with Ivy. So the next part of phasing out food is having them work more for less. Not every sit is going to earn them a cookie. It's just not going to happen, okay? They always get a good boy or a good girl, but they might not always get a cookie. Maybe they'll do 3 things before they get a cookie, and then maybe 10 things and get a cookie, and then maybe 1 thing and get a cookie. Be unpredictable so it's not in a pattern, okay? I want you to reward above average behavior. So what is that? What's above average? I can't tell you because it's different for every dog, and it's going to change throughout their life. So a couple examples about above average behavior. Coming when called is often selective, right? And if you call your dog and they come the very first time, that's perfect behavior. Absolutely praise and reward that. But if you call your dog and on the way they've got to surf the garbage and then come to you, if that's above average, you reward it, even if it's not perfect. All right, have them do a down, and then I want you to praise and reward that down. We are going to review our activate, deactivate exercise, since you guys have some toys out, okay? So we did this one last week, where we played, we stop, we played, we stop, we played, we stop. So you're going to hang on to the toy, ask your dog to sit. When they're all sitting nicely, I will say go, and you're going to play with them. When I say stop, you are going to tell them off. You may trade them a treat for the toy. If they give up the toy when you tell them off, stick a treat in their mouth anyway, because we're rewarding them for giving something up to you. Then they have to sit, calm down, and then we do it all over again. So this is also working on building some self-control. We play, we stop, we play, we stop. We always end play before they hit the point of no return. All right? Have your puppies sit. Humans hanging on to the toy. All right, go. Play with your dog. Hans is unimpressed. New toy? Maybe? Stop. Off, treat, sit. Once you've given up your toy, then I want you to have your puppy do a down. How are you guys feeling about off? Good? All right, let's review off of a treat in your hand. So you're going to have a treat in a closed hand, playing at your dog's nose level. Tell your dog off once. When they back away, good dog, reward from the other hand. Let's see it. Nice, Hans. Good. Okay, let's switch it up a little bit. If that treat was in your right hand, it now goes in your left hand. If it was in your left hand, it goes in your right hand. Tell them off when they back away. Good dog, treat from the other hand. Ivy's like, whatever, Mom, no problem. All right, let's see if we can get some eye contact. So this one, off of a treat in your hand, when they back away, I want you to continually praise until they offer you eye contact. That means you might praise them 20 times in a row, but they're not going to earn a cookie from you till they look up to your face. Okay? So off, good puppy, what a good puppy you are. You're being so good. What a good puppy. Yay, what a good puppy, good puppy. I feel like this takes forever. What a good puppy. Yes, here you go. You looked at me, now you get the goodie. Okay? All right, let's give it a try. See if we can get eye contact. Cole's like, what about a paw? Good. Good. Nice job. Okay. Let's move that treat to the floor. No eye contact required for this one. Put it on the floor, cover it up with your hand, off. When they back away, good dog, treat from the other hand. Good, Ivy. Oh, good save. Good girl. Good. Okay. Now let's see if we can get some eye contact with off of a treat on the floor. Put it on the floor, cover it up, tell them off. Continually praise till they look up, then they earn a cookie. Okay? Let's see if we can get some eye contact. All right, guys. When you're practicing off at home, practice with a variety of items. So it's not always just a treat. It's a food bowl, or it's a toy, or a Kong. It's a sock, or a dryer sheet. Mix it up, okay? That's how your dog builds up their little doggy resume of off means I back away from whatever it is and check in with my person. Next week is week 6, so it's graduation week. Once you have your homework, you guys are free to go. If you have one of our toys or blankets or Kongs, just leave it at your chair and we will collect them after class. They did great tonight. Hopefully they're nice and tired and you'll have a nice, easy evening. And we will see you guys next Thursday for graduation. Nice job.